This is the Smith Machine & Tool portable Pro kit for the -9 bearing in the MS series. So in the kit, on the top layer, you're going to have your IHH 500 and your LTH 350 5,000 pound load cell with the charging cord and the adapters for the IHH 500. And then in the bottom layer, you're going to have your swedging tool, the wrench for your portable cutting tool, the portable insulation proof loader removal tool, your portable cutter, and your Starrett dial depth gauge for your proof load test. So starting with the roller swedging tool, we have a full video on how to use this tool on our website and on our YouTube channel. But what you would do is just take the tool apart. This is just a washer to keep the tool from collapsing during shipping. But you would take your roller swedge side and insert it through the bearing, and then you can add on your backside to do your swedge. The backside has a flip ring for the first and second side swedge, and it's all you need to be able to complete the swedge. Then moving on to our cutting tool. So this is used to remove a damaged or old bearing from a housing without damaging the housing. So we would take apart this tool and we're left with the rod. This rod would insert in from either side of the bearing, whichever side you want to cut. You would attach on your anvil and tighten the backside nut. Holding these flats, you would tighten it snug, and then add on your cutter and add on your backside nut. And then you apply just a slight amount of tension to the spring, and you can use your wrench in order to cut the swedge lip off for your bearing in order to remove it. And then we have our portable insulation proof load and removal tool. So this tool is used to remove a cut bearing, to install a new bearing, or to proof load a new bearing. All in one. So if we wanted to remove a cut bearing or remove a bad bearing, we could use our removal cup, put it on the bolt. We would insert this in to our bearing on our housing, add on our pushing pin, add on our washer, and then we would tighten this nut until we can push out our bearing. If we wanted to do a proof load, we could turn on our IHH 500 and connect our LTH 350 load cell. We have a spacer that's included for the 5/8 load cell. We would add on our spacer. Our load cell has an ID loading side and an OD loading side. So we're going to have the ID loading side contacting the washer, and our OD loading side is going to be contacting our removal cup. And then we would insert this in through our bearing. That would have been swedged on either side using our swedging tool. And then we'll add on our proof load pin and our washer. And we can add tension to this washer and simulate a load. And we can check that on our IHH 500 to do our proof load test. We have a full video on how to use the proof loading devices and how to use our Starrett dial depth gauge in conjunction with IHH 500 to see the movement of the bearing before and after the proof load test. And lastly, if we want to install a new bearing into the housing, we can take our pushing pin and then insert this in through, or insert a bearing onto our pushing pin, and then we would push this into the housing that we're going to install a new bearing onto. We're going to add on this guide bushing, and this would insert on the other side of our housing. And the aluminum guide bushing will go into your housing hole to guide this whole assembly as we push in the new bearing. And we would add tension to this nut, and we can push our bearing into the housing hole. And once we've contacted the aluminum spacer, we'll remove the aluminum spacer, add back on our washer and our nut, and we'll tighten this all the way until we contact the bearing flush in the housing. and that would be used to install a new bearing. So this is a Smith Machine & Tool portable kit for the -9 bearing in the MS series.